So last week, I went to Starke, Florida for the unveiling of the first atheist monuments ever on public property. And it was a really good event. There was a lot of great people that showed up there. Dave Silverman gave an excellent speech. But of course, the Christian assholes had to show up. And almost immediately after Dave Silverman got through giving his speech, this guy who looks like everybody's creepy pedophile uncle jumps up and immediately starts threatening women and children with the worst tortures the mind can imagine if they didn't join his cult. And in my opinion, when this happens, when somebody stands up and starts threatening women and children in public, the correct response is anger. Oh, fuck no. We should not allow them to get away with this. So I immediately walked up to this asshole and told him exactly what I thought of him. And this is what I said.
Hey, dude, you should be ashamed of yourself out here. You're spreading fear and terror. You're trying to terrorize people.
You're telling me to stop?
No, I'm not telling you to stop. I'm telling you you're a terrorist. You're out here trying to terrorize people by threatening them with torture.
What's wrong with terrorism?
What's wrong with terrorism? Are you serious?
No, Tom is right.
You are a cult member spreading your bullshit, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
Hitler harmed Jews. Why is it wrong? Sir, why is terrorism wrong? You haven't told me.
Dude, you are a terrorist out here trying to spread your cult.
Why is terrorism wrong?
I don't give a shit about what you're saying. What I'm trying to explain to you is that you're a cult member out here trying to threaten people, and that makes you an ass. No one should have to explain to you why that's wrong, idiot.
Terrorism is wrong, and you cannot answer.
Emmanuel,
You don't know why terrorism is wrong.
You don't know why terrorism is wrong. So why would I have to explain it to you if you know the answer? Because when you come out here and threaten people with torture and murder and terrorism, why would God need you? Yeah, why are you here? Why does God need you? Then why are you here?
What your God uses
I'm here
to control weak minds like yourself.
And I hope that some of you...
Why does God need you?
You are a terrorist.
Then why are you
trying to
here?
control weak minds.
Why would God need a puny little hairless ape like you?
I'm here to expose someone like you who cannot say why terrorism is wrong.
Terrorism is wrong because I have empathy.
Because
Okay?
you have empathy. Why is empathy right?
Can I explain it to you?
Yes,
Then
go
shut
ahead.
up for a second. Okay, my higher brain processes gives me the ability to imagine, and I can place myself in other people's shoes, and I can imagine what they're going through, and that gives me the power of empathy. So I don't treat other people like I don't want to be treated.
So
and
what?
so I know it's wrong to threaten them with terror and murder and torture, because that makes you an asshole to do that.
Why is empathy
Shut
right?
up! And you are a cult member out here trying to terrorize people and spread your hate and fear by terrorizing them with torture. Can't you understand why everybody here thinks you're an asshole for that, for being a terrorist?
Why is empathy right?
Empathy is right because
Why?
I can place myself in other people's shoes.
So
and know
you're telling me what empathy is. I'm asking you why it's right.
why it's right.
Yes.
Isn't it self-evident why you want to treat other people like you want to be treated?
Sir, you're saying it's self-evident because you're creating the image of God. That's why you...
I am not created by the evidence, God. I do not believe in God.
He does.
God does not exist. He's a fairy tale written by
Let me ask
princes
you
screwheads.
Does he speak to you?
He speaks to us in his word.
Then you're delusional.
In his word.
Okay,
What
you're
is his
saying that I'm
word?
delusional.
What is
You're
his
clearly
word?
delusional, and you're an
You're saying that I'm
asshole.
delusional.
That's exactly what he is. An asshole. A creepy fucking asshole. And apparently these guys are part of Eric Hovind, son of Ken Hovind, the father of the creation movement. He was out there trying to cause trouble. He jumped up on the atheist monument and tried to preach his speech like a fucking terrorist he is. So I went up and I confronted him and his whole crew, and I didn't get video of it, but I got the audio. And here's what I said to these assholes.
You're a cult member, and you're out here trying to terrorize people and intimidate them, to make them afraid and scared. No, are you somebody that's going to hell for believing in religion? Are you
I'm telling them that they're
I asked you a
separated from
question.
God eternally if they
So
don't.
is that torture?
If they continue
Is that
to reject
torture?
Him. Oh yeah, it'll.
Okay, so you're threatening people with torture
I'm
if
not
they don't join your cult.
I'm warning you about.
As a coward, you're using God as an excuse.
No, because I didn't invent hell. I didn't invent
just
judgment.
like Muslims try to bounce their chest for Allah. They're doing it for Allah. They're not doing it for themselves. They're not selfish assholes. They're doing it for God, just like you are. You're not talking for God because He doesn't exist. You're an asshole who is like, I'm talking, who is a cult member, and you're out here threatening people, you're terrorizing people like a damn terrorist. And that makes you a fucking asshole. And there are people like me who are not going to let you sit out here and threaten people and terrorize them anymore with your bullshit written by ancient primitive screwheads. They knew what the fuck they were talking about. These evil men who are fucking misogynists, women haters, fucking slave owners, fucking desert-dwelling donkey riders with absolutely zero evidence backing any shit up, and you're out here spreading fear and lies to try to spread this bullshit to people. It's unacceptable. You should be ashamed of yourself. Fuck you.
And this is the correct response, in my opinion. The correct response is to get all up in their ass. We should not sit idly by anymore and let these terrorist motherfuckers do this. Oh, hell no. There was a lot of people that told me I did the wrong thing. There's a lot of people that told me that I did exactly what they wanted me to do. by being an angry atheist. But fuck this! Are we really going to stand by and let these assholes threaten people? Or are we going to stand up and do something about it? I say we stand up and do something about it. It's like Christopher Hitchens said, never be a spectator of unfairness or stupidity. Seek out arguments and disputation for their own sake. And that's exactly right. If we do not stand up to people like Eric Hovind, the terrorists win. They're fucking terrorizing women and children and men, trying to make them afraid. And in an advanced society, this should be unacceptable. And believe me, they look totally fucking shell-shocked. It actually does work. And eventually they did tuck their tail between their legs and they left. So please, follow my example. Do not let these assholes get away with this shit anymore. Stand up to these Christian terrorists. Fight back. Tell them exactly what you think about them. And don't be afraid to get in their face about it. Somebody needs to get in their face. The very moment you go out in public and start threatening people with torture is the very moment you give up your right for people to be nice to you. There's absolutely no reason for us to be nice to these terroristic assholes. We should call them exactly what they are. We should label them what they are. And if enough people do it, the brand of terrorist will stick to these motherfuckers because that's exactly what they are. So when you see douchebags like this in public, don't back down. Get up in their face and fight them back as fiercely as you possibly can. Crawl up directly inside their ass and stomp the shit out of the place with the steel-toe boots of logic. Logic.